The Detroit Lions opted to wait later in the 2024 NFL draft to address the pass rush, went heavy in the secondary, and we got DJ Reader in free agency. But when it comes to the NFL draft, we went kind of late round pick, UDFA, and there are a few free agents left if the Detroit Lions wanted to add a veteran when it comes to the defensive line. But a guy who's undersized but stands out, you guys see him on the thumbnail, that will be Mehki Wingo. Now, Mehki Wingo had an interview, I believe, with Tim Twentyman or someone over the past few days, and he said that he is, quote, going to play with a chip on his shoulder. And, you know, that fits in with the Lions mantra. What the Lions are full of team players that have chips on their shoulder. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jared Goff. It's a lot of people. I mean, listen, even big Broderick Martin, which I am going to say that if Broderick Martin has a stellar year, it's because of me. I'm just going to keep it a buck because I have been hard on this trade and this man and the lack of production, and he is looking like he is following that Aleem McNeil kind of formula. So, you know, I take all credit for that. I ain't giving none to Brad Holmes. I'm going to give all to myself. But on a serious note, Mehki Wingo, undersized. Could he be that diamond in the rough? Now, if you go, I said this after he was drafted. The Detroit Lions have only had 3 6th-round draft picks. The 2 before in 2022 being Malcolm Rodriguez and James Houston. Both of them were diamonds in the rough. The preseason, early season darling was Malcolm Rodriguez. The late season darling was James Houston. Could Mehki Wingo fit into that 6th-round pick kind of formula? But he knows that he's undersized, and he's played like that his entire career. Here's what he said about falling to the 6th round. He said, I kind of fell in the draft a little bit, but I fell into the perfect situation. I always play with that chip on my shoulder. I'm a 6-foot defensive tackle. You got to have it, or it isn't going to be fun for you out there. Just continue to do what I do and give it my all and go hard. And that is the type of attitude that's going to continue to help him thrive at the next level. Undersized. I want to say Aaron Donald was on the shorter side. He also had his arms, he didn't have the longest arms either, but he wind up being one of the greatest defensive tackles of our generation. Now, I'm not saying that Wingo is going to be that guy, but just another guy that's slightly undersized and that has something to prove. He continues to say, I've always been overlooked from the high school level, college level, he said after the draft. But now I finally have this opportunity, meaning with the Detroit Lions. I'm just ready to make an impact the best way I can for the team. And that is the type of attitude that we want to see from the young man. Now, you know me. You know I want sacks, man. The Detroit Lions ranked 23 or 24 in getting to the quarterback. They had 41 on the season. And who was responsible for those extra 3? We had 38 in 2022 and 41 in 2023. Well, Aiden Hutchinson went from 9.5 in 2022 to 11.5 in 2023. So there's 2. And then I'm going to give the third one to the land before time, Bruce Irvin. If you add those up, 3 plus 38 is 41. And that put the Detroit Lions in the bottom third of the NFL when it came to getting to the quarterback. So I hope that they can do more, because getting to the quarterback is a big deal, not just pressuring. The Detroit Lions did very well in pressures. I want to say Aiden Hutchinson was in the top 3 of pressuring the quarterback, but it didn't lead to like sacks and things like that. And then our cornerbacks were not the best either. So even if Aiden was able to pressure the quarterback, the cornerbacks were getting toasted, and it wasn't too much that could be done on the back end. But how does Brad Holmes, how did he envision using Mehki? Here's what they said. The Lions see Wingo in a versatile role, playing both inside and outside. We saw him more inside during the open portion of rookie minicamp, which passed a few weeks ago. But Lions general manager Brad Holmes said after the draft, Wingo's pass rush ability really stood out to him on tape. They'll cross-train him to play across the defensive line. And then it continues. Wingo's quickness, strong hands, and leverage allowed him to win more than he lost at the college level. And he and the Lions are hoping that translates to this level. He didn't seem out of place during rookie minicamp, but here's the caveat. But how will it look once Frank Ragnow, Kevin Zeitler, and Graham Glasgow get their hands on him at training camp? That's part of the reason why he's such an interesting prospect. Of course, rookie minicamp, he was going against other rookies. But now he's going to go up against one of the best, if not the best offensive line in the National Football League. Top 3 easy. And we're really going to see if he can kind of up his stock. Now, this guy is going to be interesting to watch because with him playing both inside and outside, it's going to be a very interesting thing to watch. And because we didn't get that guy, we got Marcus Davenport. I keep wanting to call him Marcus Houston. I don't know why. Every time I say Marcus, I want to say Houston. Don't ask me. I grew up in the 90s, so, go home, Roger. Anyway, so to see him across, like, what is that going to mean is it possible that he outperforms James Houston? Now, again, I'm not trying to knock James Houston. I'm looking at it like this. When it comes to the pass rush, it is what it is. It's going to be what it be. That's up to Brad Holmes, the people he's drafted, right? The people in free agency. If he feels that there's something lacking, then he has to take care of that. So when it comes to James Houston, I am saying, okay, I can't wait to see him in there. Him, Wingo, I'm sorry, Davenport, all those guys. Because at the end of the day, man, I want to win. I want to get to the quarterback. And if I have to wear a clown suit to do that, then that's what it be, right? So I can't wait to see training camp and mini camp and OTAs and things like that. If he was handling his business at rookie mini camp against other rookies, how can he do it on the veteran level? What is he going to do? So we shall see, man. I'm not saying again that Mekhi is going to be Aaron Donald. What I'm saying is Aaron Donald was undersized as well, and he will be in the Hall of Fame in 2029. He will be a first ballot, no doubt. So can Mehki Wingo, can he follow in the footsteps of the 2 6th-round draft picks for the Detroit Lions that were drafted before him? It's going to be interesting, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you expect? Here's a question I'm going to leave you off. Put it in the comment section. The Detroit Lions, as you know, ranked 23 or 24. I think they were 8 from the bottom from sacks. So I think it was 23rd that they ranked. Could have been 24. Where do you expect the Lions, not defense, we're strictly talking about sacks, with what they've done in free agency and in the draft and undrafted free agency? Where do you expect them? How many sacks with the addition of DJ Reader? How many sacks do you think that they'll have? Just for reference, they got 41 in 2023. I want to say the Baltimore Ravens had almost 70 or plus. The top couple of teams in the league the past couple of years have been 65 plus. I want to say the Philadelphia Eagles a few years ago, when they went to the Super Bowl, they had 70. Something crazy like that. So where do you see the Detroit Lions getting in? How many sacks do you think they're going to have in 2024? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel as well on a push to get to 20.7. Hopefully we'll get to 21K by the start of the NFL season. You guys are awesome. And remember, this channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.